Hello everyone, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Freedom. Isn't it crazy how I keep coming back to this game? So last time I got my butt whooped, royally. So I've actually been grinding. I'm not gonna go back to where I was. I have an urgent quest to fight the Yin Garuga. I don't remember what I did last. You guys, like, weren't witness to it. Oh, I did a quest, where we did, 20 Velociprey is what it was. So I did that, yeah, slay the Velociprey pack. No. Yeah. But, that was what I did, so it was slaying 20 Velociprey. So we did that one, but here's the thing. I'm not ready to catch a Yin Kaku. I don't have any trap tools or anything like that. This one I know I can do because I've already done it, even though they give you 20 minutes for it, and it's pretty good. You don't get to carve anything. The Velocidrome redo is where you have to kill 2 Velocidrome, which wouldn't be difficult. However, I don't really feel like doing that. But what I'm actually going to do is I need to slay the Genprey. Slay 20 Genprey. And you get 15 minutes to do that. I need to do this one. Because I am in desperate need of the parts. Because I'm trying to upgrade my armor. So I've been upgrading my weapon. I've been upgrading 2 weapons, actually. And I am actually trying to go for another weapon upgrade. In order to do that, I need Genprey parts. So I'm focusing on... Whoa, that dropped though. So I'm focusing on that first, and then once I have that, once I have my weapon done, then I will worry about everything else. So, alright, I'm not gonna take too many potions with me. I don't feel like I'll need it, but we'll see, you know? Like, you never know, really. So, especially since it's Genprey, you just never know what you're gonna get into, so... Alright, so I would assume there's gonna be a lot of them in Zone 3. Zone 3 tends to be a good place for them. Same with Zone 6. I also believe that there's probably gonna be a monster... No, those are Velociprey. No, there's some Genprey in there, okay. Man, that's a lot of monsters in here. And that fog, like, oh boy. Like, if I was playing this as a kid on the PSP, like, I don't know, it would definitely be kind of scary to me. Alright, I was like, I'm listening for that dying noise. Get out of my way. Ugh, these Velociprey are gonna get on my nerves, that's for sure, though. Especially since I'm going after, 20 of these guys. They die pretty quickly, though. I mean, that's nice, at least. Oh, and they respawn! Nice! We like that. We love that. Velociprey, get out of my way. Come here. Since you want to be a pain in the butt. But I had to do a lot of grinding, and I mean, like, a lot of grinding. Like, a ton. All the Velociprey respawn, too. That's gonna be fun. Especially since these corpses fucking despawn so fast. Sometimes I forget my buttons, like, I shouldn't, but sometimes I do. It happens. So if I can get rid of these fast enough, which I tend to be able to do, then I can at least get a carve or 2. Because I really just need the carbs from these guys. But it's hard to see where they die. There we go. Because they just blend right into the grass, you know? But I've noticed something as far as, like, the, I guess... I've noticed that the gear is not so easy to obtain for the helmet. I don't know why, but this game is not very kind when it comes to the helmets. I can make a bunch of different chest pieces, but for some odd reason, there's not a lot of helmet varieties. I've also noticed with this game is how grindy it is, and I'm not even kidding with that. So, you know, obviously you have to pay money to go on hunts, and that's not really too bad, because usually your rewards from a hunt will pay you more than enough to get a couple of contracts. You know, and they let you do the tutorial quests over and over again. So if you're broke, there's no way you're, like, screwed. Not to mention, since there's the farm and stuff, every time you complete a quest, you have, like, that little bit of extra income. So it's by no means impossible or bad, as far as, like, money, you know? The issue lies in that there's no exploration quests, right? So there's none of that where you can just, like, for, like, example with Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, right? There's those explorations where you can just go and you can collect things, and yeah, there's monsters to kill, but ultimately it's so that you can get, like, herbs, mushrooms, whatever you need. There's none of that in these games. So, like, I needed, oh god, what was it I needed? I was trying to make more potions, right? I was almost out of potions. I wanted to make some more things. I wanted to combine some items to get something better. So what I ended up doing was I picked an easy quest that I knew that I could complete in, like, no time flat. So I picked one of the easiest quests that I could think of, and I went to the locations where there was, like, ivy and mushrooms and everything else that I needed. I grabbed those, and then once I was like, okay, I've got a decent amount of items, I don't want to waste too much time, I went and started, like, doing my quest, and I finished my quest that way. Because really, that's the only way to do it. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. That is the only way to do it. Nothing found. Oh, I hate that about this game. But yeah, so I've been grinding to try and expand my farm. I've been grinding to, increase or upgrade my weapon. I've been, grinding just to get a little bit more money, but I've been spending all my money on upgrades. So, like, weapon upgrades, which is crazy, by the way, weapon upgrades can cost thousands upon thousands of zenny. And the thing is, like, each quest only gives you, like, 1,000-something zenny. You know, I feel like money probably won't be an issue later on, but money right now is really hard to get. So what I've been doing is, once it was less of an item issue and more of a, hey, I need money issue, I just ended up killing the Velocidrome. Like, I went back to the first Velocidrome quest, and I just, like, fought that thing over and over and over and over and over again. Just so that I could get the items. Or just so that I could sell the items and I could get the contract money. Because it was fast money. Because I could kill the Gendrome in, like, I mean, not the Gendrome, the Velocidrome. I could kill the Velocidrome in, like, oh, I'd say about 10, 15 hits. Because I've been upgrading my weapon so much. So definitely it hasn't been an issue. And the reason why I'm doing this quest is because this is in the swamp, which means I don't need to bring, like, hot drinks or cool drinks, which means I have extra inventory space. So I've realized that the challenge in old Monster Hunter, outside of janky camera and, you know, just bad hitboxes, you know, if you didn't want to count those in, right? The challenge with old Monster Hunter is the grinding, is the having to pre-plan and to think ahead as to what you want to do, where you want to go, where you want to get items. Because I even noticed that down to the fishing, right? There's special fishing baits, which is, you know, not uncommon. You know, you have those in Generations Ultimate as well, right? It's not really that crazy. But regular fish, normally in, like, Generations Ultimate, right? Whenever you're freaking hunting for, whenever you need a specific fish, if you use that special bait, it usually will change the pond you're fishing at to reflect the bait that you just placed in the water, right? It gives you that. But I noticed that in you know, Monster Hunter Freedom, that's not the case. If I put a golden fish bait in a pond that does not have golden fish, the fish won't bite. They will not bite at all. They will be disinterested. They do not care. And I'll just sit there looking foolish. Now, obviously, but there was a pin tuna in in the pond, and I got lucky in that regards, because then I could use my tuna bait, right? Well, then I thought, well, there's not tuna, but there's, like, knife mackerel, and they look like tuna, They look like the same kind of fish, only smaller. So maybe I could use the tuna bait in order to fish up knife mackerel. No, they're disinterested because they are not tuna. They are not specifically tuna, which is crazy to me. Because, you know, like I said, you know, even Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which some say is like the last of the old-feeling Monster Hunter, right? Even that one, you know, people, you know, had it a lot easier. So it's kind of weird to me, you know, just discovering all this stuff. Because I kept thinking to myself, why do people always say, oh, you know, nothing captures the feel of classic Monster Hunter? Because I kept thinking to myself, well, Generations Ultimate's actually pretty dang close. It's just, it's got, you know, obviously some, like, quality of life changes, and, you know, and I'm not going to get mad over that, you know, because they're just slight. I mean, you still have the janky hitboxes, you still have the classic maps, you have the classic monsters, like, you have all the villages. And I kept thinking, what are they talking about? Well, it's because Generations Ultimate, quality of life, it gives you exploration. Like, it has exploration modes, it's got Prowler mode, you've got Palicos. Because you gotta think, classic Monster Hunter didn't even have Palicos, right? So everybody's out here just kind of roughing it, you know? And like I said, you have to pre-plan, like, where you want to go, what monsters you want to kill. You know, you have to do all of that in order to get the best outcome, you know, and to get the materials that you need. So I don't know, I was thinking to myself, like, you know, I couldn't understand why people were like, oh, this isn't classic Monster Hunter. And I'm like, no, Generations Ultimate's very much like classic Monster Hunter. Well, now I actually, like, I understand. Like, I understand why they say that it's not. I get it entirely. It's because you have to, like, pre-plan your entire destination. You have to pre-plan what items you need. Even down to the limited inventory space of your house inventory. You can't just sit there and hoard, like, all the monster parts, thinking that, like, oh, maybe I'll need it. No, you literally have to be like, okay, I need these parts, and after I use these parts and I have no more use for them, I'm going to sell them. I'm going to get rid of them, because, you know, you're gonna need the inventory space, right? So, it's a lot more difficult, and it's honestly just kind of bonkers that people would want to go back to that grindiness. Because to me, while it is okay, it's also kind of crazy too. I think only masochists really enjoy this. You know, and that's the thing, I even told my friend Roto, I feel like I might be a masochist because I keep coming back to this game. You know? Because I'm too stubborn to think that maybe I can't beat it, you know? But then we end up in situations like this where I'm grinding like mad, you know, to get certain parts. So, but I am trying to get, like, better armor and stuff. Because right now my armor is only, like, 8? That's what it is right now? So let's see what he's got right now. Okay, so, like, this is what I was talking about. So, right now I'm wearing the Velociprey stuff, which is 8, and it's got pretty decent stats. It gives me basic 1 defense to everything, right? Except for, Dragon Resistance, which is -1. Genprey Helm. Genprey Helm is 11, and that'd be a little bit better. It requires Iron Ore Genprey Scale, which I don't have any of. Small Monster Bone. Yeah, I don't have any of those. Yeah, because I don't have any of those. Anyways, that would be better, though. I wish I could get that. That'd be nice. Let's see, Genprey Cap, Battle Helm, Vespoid Helm. Vespoid Helm, yeah, that's what I was looking at. So I started getting Vespoid parts, right? 10 defense, and I was like, okay, better defense, but negative fire resistance, negative water resistance. That literally would be, like, my worst enemy right now. What I really wanted at first was this protection piercing, but then I was like, that's not even worth it. And then you get these, like, Makluva hood and stuff, which is, like, it's got pretty decent stats, because, I mean, it's extra, defense, but you know, like I said, not really that much in terms of like resistances. But look at this. I don't have anything else except for these Velociprey helms, which is, you know, 20 defense, which would be really, really good. However, when I look at what it requires black Gravios crests. And I think that's insane. I haven't even seen a black Gravios yet. Haven't even fought one. And then when you look at the cost, it's 7,000 something, right? But then when you go to the plate, right, it's a lot better. I have a lot more options. I've got like high metal mail details, which is 10, but again, fire resistance and water resistance is negative, and it doesn't really even give me that much more defense. So it's just like, I feel like I'm obviously going to unlock more as I go. Battle mail, it's still the same, except I have fire resistance, which actually would probably be nice. But then I have negative water resistance, negative thunder resistance. But then I have 0 to the dragon resistance. So battle mail would actually probably do me really well, just especially against like Yin Kaku and things like that. But even then, I don't even think it's going to be that much as far as like what I need. Genprey vest, and then the Genprey mail, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Well, actually, okay, Genprey mail would actually be pretty good. It gives me 11 with 2 fire resistance, 3 thunder resistance. I get negative to 2 to water resistance, but honestly, that's not really bad. What does it require? Yeah, it requires 3 Genprey hide, 4 Genprey scale. So actually, I could probably get some of the Genprey stuff, and I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and just deposit all my goodies in here. Because let's see what I actually got. So I've got Genprey. Yeah, I got some Genprey stuff. Scale. Okay, some hides. I don't have a lot of hides, so I might have to do this quest like a couple more times, but, you know, I don't care. Alright, we're gonna armorcraft plate. Let's see, let's go for the Genprey mail. Yeah, that would be what I want. Genprey mail. 1,350. Yeah, I want to equip it now. I mean, it's not really that much better, but it's something. Velociprey guards. What do I have on right now? That's what I have on right now. Battle van braces. No. Bone van braces. Ew. Velociprey gloves. No. Why would I even want that? Waist. Battle tacet. See if that's any better. No. High metal light belt. Ew. No. 12. Okay, so that gives me... that's -2, but at the same time, like, it's not bad. What does it require to make? Oh, it's malachite ore, that's why. High metal. The steel belt actually might not be a bad call for now, but still, that's 1,650. And leggings, let's see. Yeah, so I really need, like, more Genprey stuff so I can do the whole Genprey set. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I mean when I say this stuff is crazy, right? So now, I mean, I guess I could sell items, because I can sell equipment. Sell item, equipment. I no longer need the, let's see. Yeah, I don't need my hunter stuff, because I have my Velociprey stuff. I don't need the bone guards. Now let me see this. Again, what is this? Bone crest? What am I using? Bone spike and serpent bite. Don't need the leather, don't need the green pants, don't need the leather belt, don't need the leather armor, don't need the leather helm. I think for now I'm just going to keep the Velociprey stuff, and then I'll just kind of get rid of it slowly over time. So there's that. But yeah, I do have multiple weapons just because I have actually, like, been upgrading my stuff slowly but surely. So there is that. Now, one thing I do want to go after is I want to go after a Gendrome. So I want to see what a Gendrome is like. But I feel like the Gendrome Let me see. Gendrome. Oh, it is in the swamp. Okay. Contract fee, 250. I mean, why not? Yeah. Okay, let's try a Gendrome. Because here's the thing. I want to go after all the dromes. So I want to do Iodrome, Gendrome. And since it's in the swamp, like I said, we don't have to worry about, like, cool drinks or anything like that, which is really nice. And this is going to be, like, a shorter episode. I'm not going to spend, like, too much time on this one. Just because there's no reason to. Give me this. Because we are fighting a drone, go ahead and give me all the first aids. The paintballs are free and they stay with you, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. What is with this music, though? Sheesh. Alright, I would assume that the Gendrome would be in Zone 3. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and go to my paintball. I don't know where the fishing spot is here, but once I know how long it takes to kill a Gendrome, then I'll worry more about it. Because I'm not going to worry about the fishing until I can figure out where the actual fishing spot is. Alright, I do not see a Gendrome in here. I would assume it would give me a cutscene if he were in here, since I've never run into one before. I do see Genprey, though. But yeah, because I need all these Genprey parts, I'm obviously not going to bother you guys with watching me grind for the Genprey. But yeah. Alright, he's not here either. So, I'm going to assume he's in Zone 10. Because he'll have a cutscene. Because I've never fought him before, so he should have a cutscene anyways. But maybe he doesn't, you know? But I would assume he does. And that's the thing, like, you guys missed the cutscene of Yin Garuga, because I ran into it. Which is kind of sad. Huh. So was that shaking just because of the thunderstorm in the game? That's weird. I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of odd as well. I didn't know this map would shake so much. I don't mind, but... Oh, I didn't want to go that way. I want to go this way. I do like this foggy atmosphere, though. Also, I don't know what Zone 8 is. So I'm just... I kind of want to see Zone 8. These Genprey are just, like, chilling out. I mean, which is fine, but... Alright, what is Zone 8? What are you? Oh, it's the... Oh, it's the caves. Yeah, no, never mind. We outie. I mean, I knew it was a cave, but it was a circle, so I wasn't really sure. You know what? Since I'm here, give me you. You know? I know I'm gonna have to fight more of you, but... Get pretty high. Nice. I mean, that's a nice haul, considering that's kind of what I need. If this thing was in Zone 4, like, the entire time... Well, damn. He's not in Zone 4, so, like... And what's in Zone 1? So maybe he doesn't have a cutscene, and I just, like, missed him the entire time. That's crazy to me. Alright, is the Veggie Elder in here? Is that what this is for, or is this just a clearing for bugs? Oh, Veggie Elder. Hey, guy. Why are you in a hole? Yeah. Insect husk? Okay. Well, that's quite the prize you got there. Care to make an exchange? Sure. Smart one, I see. Oh, okay. You know what? Thank you. I don't... You're weird, but, you know, I like you. This camera's about to kill me, though. Sometimes in these small areas, it's just... It's really weird. So then the shaking of the camera must have been the Gendrome. And that's the problem with drone monsters, is they look so much similar to the regular version that it can get kind of confusing. Just give me my extended... Thank you. Let's say, just give me my extended bar. Is one of you a Gendrome? No, you're just regular. You're just regular. Alright, now that I'm having to look even harder. Oh, there you are. Well, thank you for showing up. There you go. I love hitting them with the paintball because literally it's so heavy. It just freaking smacks them in the face, you know? Now, obviously, I don't really expect him to be too much harder than Velocidrome. The only thing is that the Gendrome does have a paralyzing bite. That's part of the reason why I want his set, and it's because of with the Serpent's Bite, or the Viper's Bite, or whatever, because it can paralyze, I do have the chance to paralyze monsters that I'm fighting, which could make it very useful. Now here's the thing, I haven't looked up like guides or anything, and maybe it's useless. I know probably there's a bunch of veterans just screaming to go with like great sword. Because I heard literally like great sword's like the best way to basically cheese this game. But at the same time, like, I don't really want to cheese the game. I am kind of looking for a challenge to an extent. Alright, he is running away. So I'm gonna take this moment to heal, because it's not really going very far. I don't really expect that he's gonna pose too much of a challenge. Like I said, I don't expect him to really be that much more challenging than a Velocidrome. It's just he'll be tankier. And obviously it's the small mobs that are gonna be the issue. Now naturally, if we had Palicos or something, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. But yeah, I was actually talking to someone today. Oh, he actually does hit a little bit harder. I was talking to someone today who had mentioned that they'd never played like that many Monster Hunters or whatever. And here's the thing, that's not a bad thing, because they were like, oh, I have to kill 2? Holy shit, I didn't know I had to do 2. Get out of, no, stop. Oh. I didn't realize I had to kill 2 Gendromes. I mean, I guess I should have expected it, but at the same time, like, huh? Okay. Well. So now I just get to find the other one, I guess. Alright, off to find the other one. Here I go. I made mistakes. Mistakes have been made. It's alright, I'll still be able to kill him. But yeah, someone mentioned, on Blue Sky, because I've been on Blue Sky a lot lately, it was, Keegan64 basically just mentioned that they hadn't really played, many of the other Monster Hunters. And here's the thing, they're so different, and, my first Monster Hunter was Rise. And then I went back to play these older ones, but, you know, if you don't want to play the older Monster Hunters, like I said, there is nothing wrong with that, because they are just so drastically different. So very, very different from each other, that I don't see anything wrong with, you know, not wanting to play them. I kind of joke with one of my friends, you know, that he just doesn't want to play him because he's scared or whatever. I like to tease him about it, but honestly, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for not wanting to, because it's not everybody's cup of tea. And like I've explained before, if this were a scenario where, you know, I was a kid and this was the game that I was given and I had to play it without all the bells and whistles, i.e., like, playing it to where I could rig a, you know, right analog stick for ease of access, right? If I had this game as a kid and I was playing it, you know, the way it's supposed to be played, I probably would never play Monster Hunter ever again. I think it'd be different were I an adult, with the ability to play this game. You know, but as a child, I never would have played this. And even now, I have a PSP and I bought this game, but thinking about, you know, playing it the way that it was intended or that it was made to be played, thinking about that is horrifying to me. Alright, where is this other freaking Gendrome? He must be in a cave somewhere, like, either that or I'm literally missing him every single time he shows up. I don't want to imagine that he'd be in a cave. Yes, hello, hi, hello, hello. Can you take me to your litter, please? Yes, I just want to see your litter, please. I'm gonna spend most of my time just running around here. Like, watch the timer run out because I'm literally just looking for a Gendrome. I bet you if I stayed in one spot long enough, he'd probably show up, but... And like I said, I don't want to imagine that he's in the cave. Yeah, there's nobody in here. There's just, like, fossils and stuff. Plus, I didn't bring hot drinks, and I know that the caves require hot drinks, so... That's also a big no-no. I like how all the monsters look at me, like, the minute I show up. They're like, oh, that's the people! We eat the people! I don't think that they would actually talk like that, but you know what I mean. None of you are a Gendrome. You're all just regular, boring Genprey. Do I have to kill enough of you just to, like, get the Gendrome to show up? Like, I always... That's what I used to do with the Macau in, freaking, what is it? MHGU. Generations Ultimate. Freaking... Just would kill a bunch of Genprey and just be like, you know what? The Gendrome will show up eventually. Or no, it was like the Macau. I was like, kill enough of these, the Macau will show up. The Great Macau will show up to save his people. Man, these things are so tanky. And I'm not really worried about, like, health-wise, because I've got potions, so I'm not, like, just dependent on the first aids, but... Dang, at the same time. Alright. Alright, I've killed all the Genprey. However, there is no Gendrome. Nothing in here either. Okay. Well, I'm at least gonna take time to sharpen my weapon. Since I lost some of my sharpness. Well... Now I just need to, like, go this way. I feel like I'm always missing him, like, it's a game of, cat and mouse, like, it's a game of tag. And I also feel like he'd be, like, in this, like, foggy area, and I just wouldn't notice. Like, ain't no way. Yeah, ain't no way. Is that you? Did you just show up? No, you're just a normal one. Listen, I already said I don't want the normal ones. I want the big one. I'm hunting big monsters today, not the little ones. I was like, man, this video's not gonna be very long, and then I'm like, and now this video is suddenly becoming very long. Because I can't find the Gendrome. And they don't even fly. Like, that's the worst part. Is they don't even freaking fly. So it's not like I'm missing them because they're flying around the world like freaking Rathalos. Or like Yin Kaku or anything. Like, legit, these guys just be running. Oh, there you are. About freaking time, guy. Jesus. I'm not even gonna risk losing you now. I sharpened my weapon for you and everything. Goodness. His music's oddly intense for something that's kind of like not really threatening. Because they have to take time to orient themselves. So like I said, they're not really that threatening, especially when they don't have their mobs. And since there's just Vespoids here, like I ain't even worried about it. Just gonna keep clobbering this thing. Whack you in the face. Honestly, it's the Vespoids I'd have to worry about more than anything. Don't mind me, Bugs. I'm just knocking this guy into the next zone, that's all. Oh, jeez. Listen, get out of my way. I don't want you. You too. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. You three. Yeah, so that took a lot longer than I intended. Stun sack. Okay, alright. I can dig it. I can dig it. Genprey hide. Getting a lot more hides, but now I need a lot less of those and more of the other things. At least I think so. But yeah, so, I don't know. Like I said, I've just been wanting to play this game. I've been wanting to come back to it. And so I did. And while I was grinding, I was like, man, you know, I should showcase some of this stuff. But, my dog's under my desk. You just hear me slapping his butt. But yeah, so... Oh, that's Zoe! Hi, baby. I thought you were Zeus. But it's a Zoe Bowie. Take a reward. Stun sack. Small monster bone. That's another thing. I've been having trouble getting small monster bones. I ended up having to buy them from an old lady, and they were like 150 a piece. Ooh, but look at that reward money. 1,700. I feel rich now. Of course, I'll spend it all. Oh, and I turned in special mushroom. Slave Gendrome. Additional points. Here's the thing. I don't know what the guild points are for. I don't really know what those are for. I'm still not sure. I mean, obviously it's for the guild hub, and I feel like you have to get more points to increase your guild rank, but I'm not sure how that works. So, not that I'm ever going to do any hub quests or anything like that. It's just, it's something that I noticed. I just don't know anything about it, so. But yeah. Nice. But we do need more small monster bones. So now that that is over, I don't think I can afford anything, or that I can't buy anything, but I'm gonna check regardless. Because like I said, the more armor that I can get, the better. Because I am gonna take revenge on that blue Yin Kaku. Alright, armor craft. Let's look into gauntlets. Alright, Genprey Van Braces. Alright, yep, and that'll... Yep. Thank you. And the waist, yep, can't do it, so I'm gonna have to get more of the Genprey stuff. Same with the leggings. Can't afford it yet, so I'm gonna have to get more of that. But you know what? We're making progress, and I'm not even mad about it, so... like I said, same armor, so it's not really that fascinating, but yeah. But no, I am really hyped for Wilds. I am super excited for Wilds. I guess I've been kind of reading online, like, I ran into some leaks, and I'm obviously not gonna, like, share those, but, like, I ran into some leaks, and here's the thing, like, people are so disappointed in, like, the roster and some of the monsters. Now, here's the thing. Monster Hunter Wilds is mostly focusing on unique monsters to the series. And, you know, they've created, you know, such a huge roster of monsters. Not, like, huge, but, like, they've created a bigger roster than what was in World. And, ooh, Malachite. Nice. So there's this pretty decent roster, that we're getting of unique monsters. Now, were some of my predictions, you know, that I kind of figured were going to be in there as far as like the monsters that we have in every series. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm happy with some of the monsters that are returning. It seems that they're bringing back a lot of fan favorites. Some of these monsters aren't going to be released until they do events or updates. And I guess that has some people upset. I personally don't understand that because it just means that we'll have to wait a little bit, but I don't think we'll be waiting too long. Like I said, I don't really personally understand all that disappointment. I don't really care. Now, do I wish, from what I saw, do I wish there were monsters from Frontier that made it in there? Yeah, of course. I think it's sad that we have really awesome monsters that they created that are kind of trapped in this game that you have to jump through hoops in order to play, because technically it's not playable anymore, outside of private servers, you know? So it's like, am I upset that that's kind of the case? Yeah, of course I am. And, you know, while we got Espinos in other series, and he finally escaped from Frontier Jail, you know, I just wish that they would do that for other monsters, because there's such unique and cool monsters out there that deserve that same treatment. And I don't understand why they're not getting that. But, you know, like I said, I'm not really going to complain because they're giving us really unique monsters. They're giving us a pretty decent roster of completely unique monsters that we've never seen before for this brand new world that they've put us in. So again, I'm not really going to sit here and complain. You know, because they're offering us a lot in terms of, like, you know, creatures that we're going to be able to fight, and things that we're going to be able to do. But yeah, I guess it's just, I'm new to the Monster Hunter community, you know, because I came in at Rise, but I just feel like the Monster Hunter community is kind of like the Pokemon community. It seems like, you know, they're trying to offer their community something fresh, something new, and it seems like the community's pretty ungrateful because they've grown so used to, I guess, routine. And I get that, you know, I was like that too, especially when it came to Pokemon. Whenever they would show me something new, I'd be like, ew, I don't like that, or ew, it looks weird. Especially when it seemed to really depart from what was considered, you know, quote-unquote standard. Oh, that should have caught it. The timing is so weird. Monster bait. All for a rumblefish, and I don't even use rumblefish, because they're just used to make ammo. The only thing I would do is sell it. I'll take the sushi fish, though, because I'll sell that. But yeah, so it just, I don't know, it seems really odd to me. And it's also weird to see, I guess, the Monster Hunter community so divided. You know, there's this hate. World people don't like Rise people. Rise people don't like World people. Veterans don't like World or Rise. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just so weird to see the whole community so disconnected. And so close to Wilds, it was so, I guess, so weird to see all that negativity. Because I'm really looking forward to Rise. I mean, not Rise. I'm looking forward to Wilds. I think it's going to be a great time. So yeah, But yeah, I just decided to come back to this game for a minute and, you know, see what all I could get up to, and then I started grinding, and I don't know, and then I got lost, so. Alright, oh man, I still need 400 points. I want more of the fishing pier, because here's the thing, the mining bomb is 30,000 points. Ain't no way I'm gonna be able to save up for that. And I already got the insect thicket +1, and then the mushroom tree, that's 4,000 points. If I can get the fishing pier, right, then I can sell more of the fish, which means I can get more points, which means getting things like Field Ridge 2 and Mushroom Tree 1 and all that would be a lot easier. So at least that's my plan anyways. So, but we're just not at that point yet. But anyways, that's all I got for this one. Leave a like if you like the series and if you want to see more. I'm not going to guarantee that I will play more. It's just sometimes I pick it up. I have the itch to play Freedom, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. So I'm not going to say this is like a continuing series. It's just whenever I feel like it, you know? So you might see it pop up every now and again. So that's why I created a playlist for it, so you can just kind of go through if you want to watch it. But like I said, leave a like if you like the series and if you want to see more. Please subscribe to the channel. Like I said, helps me out. I am trying to get at least up to 1,000 subscribers, you know, so that maybe I can, you know, achieve my dream of being a YouTuber someday, you know. But yeah, so if you have any tips, tricks, or advice, if you're a Monster Hunter veteran and you have any advice on how to play this game and how to grind and just get the crap that you need, please leave it in the comment section down below. Anything that's helped you, any tips, tricks, or advice for you, just go ahead and leave that for me. I really appreciate it. Some of you have left me some great advice in the past, and I really have utilized it. And but yeah, thank you guys so much for your continued support on my channel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, ciao you guys.